Hi everyone, this is Sally and I have my granddaughter with me. They're visiting. Uh,
Hi.
she's going to help me today with this flip of this journal. This is one I made about a year ago and I've never actually showed a YouTube video of it, so I thought I would. It's I made the cover. It's a soft covered one, and this is some vintage wallpaper. And it is bound with some cloth here on the spine, and then it has these buttons I sewed on, and on the back cover is an old Coca-Cola ad. I think that was from a National Geographic magazine. So it has an elastic closure with one of my old buttons, and on the inside there is a tag I made, and it's just a collage tag and with some writing space on the back, and the pocket is an old envelope. This is some of the handmade paper I got from Nepal, and some writing space, and on a page from a brochure about a hotel. That's probably from the early 1900s. I did a little stenciling on that page and on that one, but there's lots of writing space too, and I put in a few magazine pages just to add a little extra interest to it. I have lots of old magazines and I like to use the pages. Here's a photo of some people having a little party get together. As you can see, they're drinking, and in the pocket is another old envelope. So more writing space, and this is a piece of handmade paper which is kind of fragile, so I did stitch it to a piece of stronger paper to hold it in place. And lots of tea stained paper. That's old ledger paper. This has a little corner tuck spot there. Writing space, and more writing space. This is a page that I put some gesso on. It was a tractor parts catalog, I think, at one time. And there's some napkin collage with a little envelope and some little playing cards from a game. And it's all in Spanish.
Well, you get the gist. It'll go in, but I'm just going to put it to the
We'll
side.
put those in when we're done. So more napkin collage. And some pages from old books. Lots of tea-stained paper. This is actually an old letter from, point to the date, Chloe, and show them. That's 1912. So that letter was written in 1912. Kind of interesting. It's a letter that someone wrote to his girlfriend, and her name was Jessie. And then there's some writing space, and this is the center, and I have those little numbers. Those are some old label numbers that I put on the string. Oh, and then this photo, I thought it kind of looked like maybe that was Jessie that was in the letter. It's about from the right era. And then so the rest of the letter. And here's a tag I made. It's just clipped on there. We can just leave it on the clip.
Yeah.
It's a collage tag with some writing space on the back. Yeah. And some more of the gessoed paper with napkin collage. And some tea-stained paper with some of my little clusters in the corners. And this is a coloring page of a Vincent van Gogh painting. And in this pocket we have some old blue chip stamps that people used to save to buy things with, and an affirmation card, and an old postcard. I wonder where that's from, Chloe. Does it say?
Hamburg.
Okay, so it's a German. What's on the back of that postcard? Oh, yeah, so there's the original address and postmark and stamps on there.
Oh, there's something on the back of this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to read that quick. Some more stamps.
Lots of those blue chip stamps. And they just go in that pocket there, which is stitched. And these are some pages from my Living on the Earth book, which is, I like to put a few pages from that book in all of my journals. It's just such an interesting book, written in the 70s. And this is some artwork. Can't think of the name of the artist right now, but I'm sure it'll come to me. So here we have another little tag with some journaling space on the back. And just some stitched pages that folds out, so there's a little extra writing space there. This is the rest of the brochure. It was the Hotel Del Monte. And that's the first signature, and then here's the, this is the second signature. So this page here was just stitched together. And there's a pocket on this side with a tarot card and a bird card. That one, what bird is that, Chloe?
A meadowlark.
Yeah, the meadowlark. Which is, I think, the Oregon state bird. And a tarot card, which is, I think, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 9 of Cups.
All right. Let's try again. Some writing space.
Here's a page from my flow book for paper lovers that I tea stained. And some more tea stained writing paper. And this is some of the paste painter that my sister and I made, paste paper. And there's a tag. Some pictures cut out of old magazines and catalogs.
Some writing space.
Yeah. And this is a page from a book I have about classical music and different recordings, and it just has some beautiful pictures in it, and I love that one there of that house. And writing space. And here's some tea-stained parchment paper. It's crinkly. Yeah. I found this picture in a newspaper. Yeah, it's actually attached there. But it was a hat pattern, and the hat had these long pigtails attached to it, which I thought was kind of cute. And we have an old greeting card. And I like these cards that they just open up so you have extra writing space there in the middle. Yeah. And that's just a little cluster I attached there to the corner. Some more of the gessoed book pages. And another little pocket with 3 ladies wearing their fancy clothes and their hats. Yeah, I like the way it looks like that, so you can see their faces. And then I like the flowers up there. And more writing space. And in the center, we have birds on the little strings. And I have a lot of pieces of this printed paper. It's called German scrap, and it comes from England. Another collaged book page. Has gesso on it. Writing space there. There's the rest of the greeting card. Another picture from an old magazine. We're feeling kind of like we got a lot of sun, didn't we, Chloe?
Yeah.
Where were we yesterday?
The park.
Yeah, Laverne Park.
yeah,
Swimming.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I love these ads from the old magazines. The pictures are so interesting. And another tag I made. So this is a picture, I think, from an old magazine. That lady there, and then, yeah, writing space on the back. Decorated it with some buttons and a little bit of lace. There's some more German scrap. The rest of the flow paper. And last pocket we have, where's that, Chloe?
That is the trails and at Tillamook,
Okay, Tillamook, that's where I used to
Seaside.
live.
Oregon Coast Highway.
Yeah.
And you have like a fin popping up almost.
Yeah, whale tail.
Yeah, and then it gives you some information about the gray whale. That's just some blank space on the back. Maybe you'd like to write there or something.
Okay. And this is one of us. It's a little card I found somewhere, and it's written. A lot of it is in Japanese, but it says, "If found, please return to," and then you can put your name and your phone number there. So if you lose your book, somebody will. If somebody finds it, they can return it to you.
Yep, and then some space in the back.
And here is the last page, and here I put a piece of an old quilt top. I have several pieces of this, and I like to use it in the journals that I make. And that's it. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.